Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we are out and about. We're in Spring Hill, Florida. We're going to be doing another tour. We're on County Line Road. The weather is currently 78 degrees. This will be considered part 3 of the Spring Hill tour because we've been doing a few Spring Hill videos. I'm making this left-hand turn on Linden Drive. On the other Spring Hill videos, we went the opposite way. I showed you guys some of the neighborhoods. I even showed you guys some of the commercial strip with all the businesses. Right now we are in another residential neighborhood on Linden Drive. We just passed Pythia Place, and we're gonna take a look at this area, see what it looks like. Let's make this right-hand turn on Sussex Street, Linden Drive and Sussex. Home of a Marine veteran. That's what the mailbox says on the left-hand side. We got some huge scenic grassy areas around some of these houses. We're on Gillian Drive and Sussex Street. On my right, it appears to be a no outlet, but I'm going to take it just so that we can come down this block in its entirety. You guys can see some of these houses over here. It'll give you a cool view of this house right here on the corner too. So I'm going to go around this little circle. Check out that front entrance. Check out that house right there. Address is 40. It's pretty cool. Right now we're on Gillian Drive. That was 40 Gillian Drive, Spring Hill, Florida. Nice blue skies. Marshmallow white clouds. Pretty fluffy. We got yellow houses, orange houses, I see gray houses. Huge palm trees to my left. Oh, look at this one right here. This one has a very interesting layout. It's number 89. Check out how the garage is on the right hand side. You see it? It's 2 garages, a mini garage and a double car garage. And then they got like the second floor balcony. They got the white fence, the vanity fence on my left hand side. And they got all this green grass on the front, as well as a nice long driveway. A lot of the finishing on these houses are stucco. While this one on my right has a barn style shed in the yard. You see it? It looks like one of those sheds that you can get dropped in. We're at Zarbis Drive and Gillian Drive. I'm gonna make this left here because this blue house kind of attracts me. There's an RV over there in the driveway, you see? Oh, this area is pretty nice. This is not far from the other areas that I showed you. This is like 8 minutes away from the other area. That blue house on my right is very bright. And look, there's an older female right there with her dog. Her dog's staring us down. Her dog wants to go after us. Good dog. Beautiful dog. Dog's doing what it's supposed to do, protecting its owner. The car was traveling slow, and I guess it noticed us before we noticed it, and it was paying attention to us hard. It was looking at us, giving us the ice cold grizzly. So no outlet in front of us, but I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. We're gonna continue traveling up Linden Drive. We got huge white vanity fences on my right-hand side. There's a sign on my right that reads East Linden Estates, deed restricted and no solicitation. Or no soliciting, I believe that said. We're at Oriana Drive and Linden Drive. Let's make this left-hand turn on Oriana Drive. We got what looks to be like a landscaper over here. He brought his landscaping equipment. He got patches of grass on my right-hand side. And you got the 2 landscapers right there. Those are probably the contractors. Nice bright red F-150. These houses are nice. They're a lot larger than the other ones that I showed you guys in the first and second Spring Hill driving tour. It looks like they're doing a lot of work over here on this one. Look at it. Modern Day Builders Inc. Luxury custom homes and remodeling. You see how the whole driveway and drive through and lawn is all just grass? I mean, not grass, dirt. They need to put grass on it. It's missing the grass. What's interesting about this block that I just noticed is that there's sidewalks, but there's like a good 8-foot, 9-foot grass patch from the street to the sidewalk, and then from the sidewalk to the front of their lawn. So I like this block right here just because they have sidewalks. You see it? On both sides there's sidewalks. It's like a double lawn. They got a lawn in front of the house, then they got a sidewalk, then they got another miniature lawn. I mean, it's a lot of upkeep. If you think about it, that's a lot of grass to maintain. And look at this roof over here on my right with that red Mitsubishi. You see it? It's like red tiles, red shingles. You got a Porsche in the drive-thru on my left, that Porsche SUV. We're at Oriana Drive and Hillary Street. Let's make this left-hand turn on Hillary. Wow, we have some nice houses over there. These houses are a little bit bigger. And they got a lot of real estate around them as far as grass and stuff goes. A lot of real estate. It looks like they're making a new one right here on my right. Look at that. See the cinder blocks? They're making one from scratch. Adams Homes, model coming soon. I guess that's good advertisement. We're at Hillary and Sunset Woods Drive. Coming soon. Starting in the 300,000. Check this out. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 2-car garage with pool. Estimate, oh, I'm sorry. Starting at 300,000. Estate homes, half-acre lots. And they have an example right there in a picture of what the homes could potentially look like. So that means that they're going to be building homes throughout this whole little back area right here. They're going to be brand new. And on my right, look at, they're building another home. Not one, but 2. That goes to show you, even in neighborhoods that are already beautiful, they're still seeking to build more homes. Wow, so we just entered a whole grassy patch. All these are probably going to be homes. You see them white signs? Future home of blank family. Wow, there's signs that say future home of blank family. And then there's an address slot, and it says the permit number, the lot number, the address, the model, the unit. So right now we just stumbled upon a site that isn't complete yet. This is actually documenting the history of this little area right here, because come back in 5 years, this whole area is going to be families. It's going to be memories built. It's going to be holidays spent. It's going to be basically a whole new future here. And the homeowners, or even the children, are not going to know what their neighborhood look like. For example, this is a little roundabout. You know how I'll be entering? We're at Bell Hollow Street and Hillary Street. You know how I enter those little roundabouts, or the little no outlets, and I say, well, let's go through it to see what their house looks like. Look it, this is one of the no outlets before the homes are actually placed here. Mind-boggling, especially for me, because, you know, they're lot 40. So I guess you can purchase your lot, figure out where you want your house to be. And this is, look at, all empty real estate. Sheesh. Look, somebody threw some mattresses right here on my left. That sucks. Somebody disposed of a mattress right there. Look at that tree right there. That's an awesome looking tree. Wow, I didn't expect to stumble upon this. Very interesting, you know? Because you always see the neighborhoods when they're already made. Oh, right there it says future home of the Euler family. So this slot right here has already been purchased. I'm gonna show you guys. This slot right here, that sign right there says future home of the Euler family, E-U-L-E-R. Lot number 22. Congratulations to the Eulers. Wow. And I guess they all haven't been sold yet. That's why a lot of them are blank. It's amazing. It's amazing what money can do. Money can literally build something from nothing. All right, let's go left, because if we go right, it's gonna take us back to the main road. Let's just go back to the road we were already at and continue our little drive. I'm gonna travel at normal speed because there's not much to see here, so I'm doing like 20 miles an hour just in case you guys were wondering. But it's pretty cool to actually stumble upon this. Look at the street pole. You see the street pole on my right? It's a nice fancy little street pole. But they'll take a couple acres like this and they'll turn it into a whole community. Wow. That's crazy. Oh man, somebody else threw mattresses over here on my left. That goes to show you, in a beautiful neighborhood like this, people will still try to dispose of mattresses the illegal way. That's not funny, but that's the truth. It don't only happen in the hood. Yo, that's crazy. Porta potty, in case you gotta get out and bust a leak. That's more or less for the construction workers, but hey, it's there, and if it's free, it's for me. So I guess Adams Homes, I keep saying Adams Homes because the A is big, so it makes me want to say Adams. But Adams Homes must be in charge of this whole project over here. Sunsetwood Drive and Hillary Street. Probably got a couple $1 million contract, you know. Probably like a $40 million contract or something to build all the homes in that little roundabout. Wow. All right, so we're back on the main road. We're back at Oriana Drive. Oriana Drive and Hillary Street. Now, if you look at these homes over here, you can only imagine what those new homes are going to look like. Hopefully, they're not all uniform. That's not going to be a uniform community where each and every house looks the same. Because I like it like this, where they all look slightly different. They all have their same, their own. I'm sorry, they have their own unique quirkiness, their own different length and like style. You know, it gives it like diversity. It gives it its own like look. When they all look the same, I mean, it's cool. They all look the same, but it's something appealing about living in the neighborhood with all different houses. You see? Look at that. Different style. We're approaching Rosiana Drive. Rosiana. All right, we're at Rosiana and Oriana. I'm going to allow this truck to pass. We're going to make this left-hand turn here. We can go straight, we can go right, or we can go left. I'm just going to go left because our last left was a fail. We ran into just empty lots. Let's see what this left looks like over here. All right, check this out. This is their mailboxes over here on my left, y'all. Community yard sale. They even advertise a community yard sale over here where the mailboxes are at. Look, that's all their mailboxes. So that means that if you live in this neighborhood, you don't even have a mailbox. I didn't even notice that. They don't even have a mailbox. I guess that's easier for the mail carrier because all he had to do is put the mail in that little area and boom, then he's done that neighborhood. But you basically got to go to that little drop box whenever you're waiting for a package or something. Or unless they take the big packages to your actual door. You know what I mean? Amazon might take the packages to your actual door. We're at Rosiana Drive and Cressetta Circle. So we can go left or we can go right. We have two choices. Each would take us to a different journey. Let's go. Something's telling me to go left. We got East Linden Park over here on my left. So let's see what East Linden Park looks like. We got some contractors, heating and air conditioning on my left. We got with some landscapers on my right with their lawnmowers. I guess in a state like this, you would make money owning an air conditioning business. You would make money owning a landscaping business. What else? Because, you know, the lawns always need to be maintained. So that's endless, you know? grass is always gonna grow. We're at Cressetta Circle and Jocelyn Way. I'm so tempted to go left. Yeah, let's go left because I think we can come back to Cressetta Circle. Let's go left right here on Jocelyn Way. And then since it's a sunny state, you'll always need air conditioning. You would always need to stay cool. So running an air conditioning business might be helpful. Wow, look at this house over here. This is nice. Hold on, let me do a little reverse. Let me reposition the device. Look at that one. Look at the garage. They got like a 1.5 garage. Nice chunk of property. Wow, the address is 13013. So 13,013. This is 13,001 on my right, and this is 13,000 on my left, the pink one. Oh, this looks nice with the single palm tree out front. Let me reposition so that you guys can see the one with the single palm tree right here on my left. This is nice. This is address 13,000. So this is 13,000 Jocelyn Way, Spring Hill, Florida. What that goes for financially, I'm unsure, but probably a couple $100,000, 400,000 or 500,000, maybe 300,000 plus. Because around the corner was 300,000. Wow, this one's big, and you know what's crazy about this one? In the back, it has a gigantic, I don't know, it's like a see-through building. It almost looks like a greenhouse back there. Whoa, and look at those giant podiums that are holding up the front awning. That looks so cool. I'm a big fan of those big podiums. It makes the house look larger than life almost. There's a house for sale over here, Tropic Shore Realty. The address is 12,489. Check it out. This is for sale right here. Wow. 12,489 Jocelyn Way, Spring Hill, Florida, for sale. Sheesh, talking about big podiums. There's somebody in their garage on my left. He has a wheelchair. Look at these podiums over here on my right. Well, they're not podiums. They're like, I don't know, pillars? They're pillars? Look at this right here. Look how tall those things are. Look at the entrance. Look at above the doorway is nothing but glass. Wow. And then they got like a little swing outside for the kids right out front and a basketball court. And they got sidewalks. I like the sidewalks. The sidewalks are nice. And I emphasize that because I've been to so many neighborhoods that were beautiful, but they don't have a sidewalk. Wow, this house right here in front of us, it's on Everard. Let me spell it for y'all. E-V-E-R-A-R-D. Everard. Everard. I'm going to just say Everard. Everard Drive and Jocelyn Way, that one right in front of us. It looks so nice with the palm tree blowing. You see the palm tree blowing? Because it's windy today. It happens to be very windy today. It's a nice tropical warm wind though. 78 degrees, so it's not like super cold. American Sewer and Drain Cleaning. It's amazing because I see so many contractor vehicles like on these properties. Wow, this dude got a big lawn, or this male or woman, or this family, I should say, got a big lawn before you get to their house. Look at this one right here on my left. That's a huge lawn before you even get to the house. Look at this tall tree on my right. Look at that tall tree. It's so narrow and tall and skinny. Nice little baby blue house over here on my left. We got a no outlet in front of us. Remember I said this little detour that we made was going to bring us back to Cressetta Circle. We're back at Cressetta Circle, Everard Drive and Cressetta Circle. We're going to make a left, but before we make a left, we're going to go to this no outlet in front of us and come back out, which will eventually lead us to making a right, which is going to go left anyway. If that makes any sense. I just want to see this little... See, remember how we just saw that empty no outlet spot that I just took y'all through where it was no houses? This one started out just like that. And now look at, there's houses. Food for thought. Just like you never know what your neighborhood looked like before you moved in or before they made the houses. Like I would love to know like what my area of Philly looked like before we moved in. Not before we moved in, but before any houses were made, because there was obviously other families there before we moved in the earlier 1900s. But it was probably like, you know, everything one day or another was forest, was farmlands or forest. One of the two. Forest or farmland. It was nature. But before civilization came in, the country was nature. You know what I mean? It was filled with just trees and nature. Then it becomes a metropolitan area and then gets filled with houses, cars, businesses. I like those little podiums they put out front on my left. They got light poles. And I can imagine a neighborhood like this really could benefit from lights, because there's probably not much street lights. All right, we're at Cressetta Circle and Winston Court. I'm gonna make this left on Winston Court because it's a no outlet, so we'll be coming back out. Look at my right, they got a giant greenhouse thing on the back. Like you could sit outside and not get bitten up by bugs. I like that. I really like that. And now that I notice, I see several houses with those little mesh like porches. This is like with that mesh, that bug-free fencing wire thingy majiggy. What is it called? What is it called? What is it called? I can't think of it right this second. But it's like a mesh. They put it on like screen doors. There you go, like a screen. They got like literally whole little buildings built behind their house, or at least 2 or 3 of them that had those screens. Wow, this house went all in with the Halloween decorations. Not only the Halloween, it's right here on my left. I'm gonna show y'all. Not only the Halloween decorations, but they got an actual slingshot. They got a Polaris slingshot, which is that car with no roof. It looks like a Sportster car. Look at that. They got skeletons. They got giant reapers. They got a gigantic skeleton on my right hand side. They got skeleton dogs. They got rest in peace stones, crosses. They got a wicked witch reading a book. That was cool. It doesn't look like a lot of people are into the festivities, so I wonder how the majority feels about the minority. The majority being the majority of houses not having Halloween decorations, and you got the minority. The one house at the end of the road that went all decked out, feeling the Halloween spirit. Got a gentleman on my right picking up twigs, branches. He looks like he could be a homeowner. He's an older gentleman. We're at Winston Court and Cressetta Circle. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn on Cressetta Circle. Check out that color, that mint green, like that pea green house right there in front of us on my right. Look at that house right there on my right. It ain't stucco, it got vinyl siding and bricks. And remember I was telling you about those mesh nets they got in the back of the house? Look at that. That whole enclosure is all mesh, which is kind of cool. It's like aluminum and mesh. The reason why it's cool is because you could sit out there taking the wind breeze, taking the weather, taking the environment, and not get chewed up by bugs. Alright, this is East Linden Park. Where is there a park? I don't see a park, but anyway, let's make this left-hand turn here. This is another no outlet. It's a dead end. Look at, they got a Halloween decoration tipped over on my right. And again, this neighborhood has sidewalks. It's nice. Really, really nice. A lot of nice houses. A lot of nice houses. They went all out with the statues here at this one. I'm gonna do a little pointing here so you can see the statues here at this property. They got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I see 2 giant frogs, 12, 13. They got a bunch of statues right up front of the house. Like angels, lions, birds. They got all types of statues out front of their property. Beautiful, beautiful. And this is gonna be the dead end right here. So we're gonna make a U-turn right here. see if I can cut it. A really sharp wheelbase. Cut the U-turn, cut the U-turn, cut the U-turn, cut the U-turn. We've made the U-turn successfully. Now we're coming back up. We are currently on Huntingdon Woods Ave. There's another mailbox cluster on my left, which means everybody's mail gets taken to one spot. Some of the Halloween decorations on my left were deflated. I wonder what happened there. Next to that RV. Make note, they did have an RV inside their driveway and it's plugged up to power, meaning that they probably utilize it often. Okay, so we can go straight or we can go left. It's amazing because I see a nice two-story house over here with a nice stairway. But I want to go straight because it's going to take us back to Cressetta Circle anyway. But I want to go left. Oh, they got a Beetlejuice inflate over here. I got to go over here. A Beetlejuice Halloween decoration that's is it inflate? That's filled up with air. Anyway, let's just say filled up with air. Sorry, I got a hiccup. Remember the movie Beetlejuice? The original Beetlejuice? That they got a giant snake, the black and white snake that comes through the floor or something like that. Right here on my left. It's so decent. Wow. Beetlejuice. 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 You see it right there on my left? I want to point left, but I got a car coming. And look at that house on my right. It's 2 stories. Remember I said that it had a cool center staircase? It's like a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stairs. Ah, we got a car behind us too. I'm just going to pull over here so you guys can see that. See that? See that decoration? It's a giant snake on their lawn. That's cool. That's from the movie Beetlejuice. So cool. And it matches their house. We got 2 trailers on my right tucked away. You see them? Yo, that 2-story house has 3 garages. 2 garages on the first floor and 1 right next to it. Sheesh. 3 garages. You better just have a whole bunch of cars. But then again, you can make one of the garages to like a man cave. Or to like a chick's cave. What do you call a female man cave? Good question. Instead of a man cave, is it like a woman's lair? I don't know. A woman's spa, right? We could go left, we can go right. We go left, it's a no outlet. We go right, it's that block that I wanted to take out through that I didn't go through because I wanted to see the Beetlejuice thingy majiggy. So let's go right. Right now we're on Huntingdon Woods Ave. We got a gentleman on my left. It looks like a homeowner. He's fixing the front light on the front of his house. He's installing what looks to be like a lamp. That's the correct term. It's like a lamp. He got a jet ski in his garage too. I guess when you live in a neighborhood like this, you got a giant garage, you got a beautiful lawn, you live near the beach. This is near the beach too, y'all. I didn't even mention that on all my other Spring Hill tours. This is near Hernando Beach. Yeah, this is near Hernando Beach, guys. So you're actually, if you live in a neighborhood like this, you're probably a 15-minute drive away from the beach. This isn't necessarily beachfront realty. This isn't beachfront homes, or let me rephrase that because that didn't make no sense. These aren't beachfront homes. This isn't a beachfront community. However, it's like 15, maybe 20 minutes, give or take, depending on traffic, from the beach itself. So you're relatively close to the beach. Hernando Beach, that is. That is on the western corridor of Florida. I'm going to allow this homeowner to exit their property without me rushing them. You want me to allow you to go, buddy? You want me to allow you to go? Go ahead. You're more than welcome to go. You want to go? No? You want to go? Go ahead. No? He's telling me to go. He's saying, this is my house. I don't want to be rushed. I'm not rushing you, buddy. Like, I'm just letting you go because you're the homeowner here. So some people have OCD like that. Because, for example, I have OCD like that. Like, when I cross the street, I don't like crossing in front of cars that are at the intersection. Look at this house on my left. I love the bricks on the driveway. Oh, that looks so nice. The brick pattern, this right here on my left-hand side. It looks so awesome. I love that. Now, he's behind me. Let's see if he passes me. Let's see if he's truly OCD. I'm gonna slow down right here and let him go past. Technically, he should go past if he's like, you know, in a rush. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead, buddy. Yeah, he went by. Cool. I was just trying to give him the right of way, you know. Yeah, this is a nice neighborhood. It's nice. And the reason why I like it even more is because it's kind of like a hidden gem. It's not as popular as some of the more popular known places like Palm Beach and Orlando and Tampa and you know, Boca Raton and Miami and all those cool places, St. Peter's and all those cool known places of Florida. I've never heard of Spring Hill until we came here. Let me go a little faster because we saw this block. But I've never heard of Spring Hill until we came here. We're at a resort here. I'll probably do another tour showing you guys this little resort. I'm gonna give you like an exclusive behind the scenes. It's not gonna be a behind the scenes, but it's gonna be, let's say, an exclusive insider look at this RV resort, which, to be completely honest with you, I think there's more mobile homes there than RVs. There's a few RVs, but it looks more of like a permanent residence for a lot of people. But that's why we're here, because we got a week stay at this RV resort. We got 1,000 Trails camping resort pass, which basically, to sum it all up, when you buy the pass, you can buy an annual pass or whatever, you can stay at these places for free. So we got a list of places that we can stay at across the country. You pick a zone, you know, you can pick your zone, then you get bonus zones, and basically states where they have a lot of RV parks that are part of this 1,000 Trails resort pass, and you can just stay there for free. So this was one of the locations that was for free. So we're staying here 7 days. Well, it's not technically for free because we had to buy the pass, but after you do the math, we stood in Miami, we stood here, and we stood at another place before Miami. Basically, that all in itself paid off the total cost of what we paid for the pass. Now, every other park we stay for the next year, we have a whole year worth of stays that we can stay across the country. There's other states and stuff. It'll basically be for free. So it's gonna pay itself off tremendously. So with that being said, that's why we're here. We're at Spring Hill because of that. There was a bunch of other places in the area that we could have stood at, but we gotta be careful because some are back-in only, some have certain requirements like length, like your rig can be no longer than this. Some of them were booked. Some of the ones that I wanted to stay at, it was like book. I guess because it's either regular people, regular campers, you know, making reservations, or it's other people with that 1,000 Trails RV pass that allows you to stay at these resorts for free. Some of them is like a small cost. For example, like Miami, they had a Miami resort. The normal cost was like, I think like 90 bucks a day or something with hookups and water and sewage. We're at, let me see if I can say this correctly, Coronado Drive and Huntington Ave. Yeah, so the one in Miami, I guess it is Miami and they bougie. It was like $90 a day or something, right? But since you got the 1,000 Trail pass, it was $20 a day. So, I mean, it's not necessarily free, but it's better than spending 90, you know what I mean? But there's many of them, like the majority are free. There's just very few, I guess the ones that are in popular tourist attraction areas, they might charge you like a small fee, I guess because they want some type of compensation. Look at this home over here. I love this whole round entrance. You see the round entrance driveway? I love that. I love it. I love it. The way it makes a big U in front of their lawn. You know, you can park right in front of your lawn. Like literally, it's like your own private street. Basically, there's nobody that should be driving through that little street. Wow, they even got a nice big back garage. Oh man. Hey, this house on my right got a bunch of solar panels. You see it? See on the roof? How many of my viewers got solar panels? Have the solar panels been working out for you very well? Has it been paying itself off? Wow, look at this house over here. These houses over here are crazy shape. Look at that. Look at the back garage, the driveway and everything. So I'll tell you something, in Philly, I have 2 solar panels on a private small enclosure that suffices for that small enclosure. When we were using, whoa, the doorway. I love the doorway here. Let me just show y'all what I was talking about when I said whoa. Remember that? that property that I showed y'all. I'm gonna do this exaggerated U-turn here, but look at this driveway right here. That's why I said whoa, because they had that whole other extravagant back part, and then they have that. And that looks like a good 1.5 story, maybe. Maybe they got like an attic upstairs, small area. I don't know, maybe. Just guessing. Cool Halloween decorations over here on my left. Look at the Nightmare Before Christmas. They got the pumpkin. You see the gigantic pumpkin? The thing's as tall as their house. Look at this little spider decoration right here. Look at it. You see it? You got like the spider webs on the pole with giant spiders. So cool. Ooh, nice classic car. Is that a Nova? They got a Chevy Nova. Oh, y'all can't see it because the trees are blocking. You see right there in between the trees, that burgundy car? That's a crispy clean Chevy Nova. Sheesh. That's what I'm talking about. Finally, a homeowner with some class. No, I'm kidding, y'all. I like classic cars. You guys already know. And if you don't know, now you know. We're at Cooper Road, Huntington Ave and Cooper Road. Let's make this left-hand turn. Oh no, this is gonna take us back around. Wait. Let me pay attention to the map. No. Or should I? Yeah. I think I can get out. Let's make this left here, because these neighborhoods are tricky to navigate through. Like, they'll take you in circles, or take you to no outlets, or take you to some crazy stuff. Ooh, the classic. Y'all can show y'all the classic from right here. Look at it right there. You see it, the burgundy one? I know it's hard to see, but if you're watching it on the TV, then maybe you can see. But if you're watching it on a mobile device, it's probably hard. But you can screenshot it and zoom in. It's a really nice classic Chevy. So right now we're on Cooper Road. These houses are so big that they pretty much got their own play set and jungle gym and this little playhouse. And look, they literally got a whole jungle gym on my right-hand side for their kids to play in. I guess you don't need to take them to a park. Why do you need to take them to a park when you got a park inside your yard? Seriously, like, there's no reason to take them to a park unless you want them to socialize with other kids. Pop-up camper on my left. Yeah, that's neat. Oh man, the double car garage. I gotta show y'all this. I'm sorry, I show y'all the garages because I think the garage shows the magnitude of the house. That's what it feels like to me. Like, I look at some of these garages and the garage pretty much makes up the whole house. Look at this right here. Look how big the 2-car garage is, and then you got a little cute house addition on the side of it. Nice driveway and everything. I might add that driveway looks a little bit under maintained, but that's none of my business. Maybe they're away for, you know, the season. But that's nice. Let's make this right on Alameda Drive. Cooper Road and Alameda Drive. We're now on Alameda Drive. What's this over here? Did somebody dump over here? Yeah, they dumped. Over here on my left. Sofas. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it's such a beautiful neighborhood like this. Beautiful neighborhood. People still dump and they don't care. They don't care about the community, and to the extent where, like, you know, you got to drive by that every day. And the person who dumped it there, I'm sure, drives by here and knows that's their sofa, but they don't care. That is amazing, guys. All right, let's make this right-hand turn. We got what looks to be a woman over here getting her walk on. We're at Alameda Drive and Glowwood Ave. We're on Glowwood. Get your glow on when you're on Glowwood. She was glowing, walking down Glowwood. Oh, the trash truck. Check it out, check it out. We see some trash work in action. The trash truck right here in front of us is the one that sticks the arm out and picks up the trash. Yo, that's cool that we get to see this in action, because we don't got this in Philly. Look it. It sticks the arm out, boom, it picks it up, boom, it dumps the trash in, boom, job done. I'm sure, I mean, I guess I was gonna say I'm sure the guys in Philly would love to have that, but then again, it would take away jobs. Because in Philly, the way it works is they have a driver. Check out this older gentleman mowing his lawn, having fun. That'll be me. Hey, he waved, so I beeped at him. That'll be me. When I become a senior citizen, I'm gonna have the coolest lawnmower on the block with flame paint job, with rims, with a little system, with a boom box. I'm gonna have hydraulics on my lawnmower. I'm gonna have a little fan cap, the little hat that has a little fan built into it. And I'm gonna be chilling with my Corona. I'm gonna be mowing my lawn. I'm gonna be the coolest old guy on the block. Alright, wow, I want to go right. We're on Fillmore Street and Glowwood Ave. However, I'm intrigued by this Mercedes-Benz on my left, not because it's a Mercedes-Benz, but because it's dropped to the ground. It has no fender clearance. It makes me wonder, did their air suspension go bad? Or do they got air suspension on it? Or is it just a youngster who's into lowered vehicles that lives here that slammed their Mercedes? It's called slam. The terminology for what that is right there is slammed. That car is slammed to the ground. You see it on my right? There's no fender clearance. And it's on stock rims. It's drop. It might just have bad shocks and they don't want to pay to fix the shocks. But that's the reason why I turned left, because that Mercedes caught my attention. Not because it was a Mercedes, but because it was dropped. Corolla Ave. We're on Corolla and Fillmore. Passing Corolla Ave. But make note that you can live in this neighborhood with a lowered car and probably get away with it and not have to hit bumps because the streets feel smooth. It's nice streets. It's not like a real bumpy area like in Philly or in Trenton, New Jersey, or in Camden, where it's like super bumpy, or in some spots in Baltimore. Oh my gosh. Some spots in Baltimore, the streets were horrible. We're at Glancy Lane and Fillmore Street. We're gonna go straight and then we're gonna make a right. Ooh, look at this house right here. Y'all heard me like I'm a big kid. Ooh, look how tall that is. And then it got the nice statue, got the round U-turn parking driveway thingy. You got a big, yo, that joint nice. You got a garage. You got several contractors out front, including a sheriff's office. Ooh, that's a police officer's house. That's, yo, hold on. But how come that sheriff living so high quality compared to his neighbors? Huh? Say no. I'm assuming that was a sheriff's house because they had 3 contractors' vehicles and then they had a sheriff's SUV in the driveway. Now, either they're reporting or responding to a house call, or that's where he lives and he's just on lunch break making sure that the work goes well while his wife's at home, you know, with the contractors. But that's like, that was a nice house. That thing's huge. That thing is huge. It's like 2.5 stories, yo. Like 2.5 stories. For real. While most of these are 1 story. You know what I mean? Makes me ponder. What type of business is that officer in? Yo, there's a giant boat over here on my left-hand side. 2 boats. Whoa, not 1, but 2. I don't know. I've never been much of a boater. I've never been much of a sea ponderer. But I guess when you have a bunch of money and you run out of things to buy, you got a big piece of land, you might as well just top off your property with a boat, right? I'll probably end up getting a boat in the future when I'm in like my mid-40s to 50s. Just to have one, just to say I got a boat. We're at Exotic Ave and Trout Circle. We just left Trout Circle. We're on Exotic Ave. And check out that exotic palm tree on my right. It's so full, right? Look at it. It's right next to the boat. You see it? It's huge. It's like a big pom-pom. Oh, I see another classic car on my left. What is it? It's an El Camino? El Camino for the win on my left-hand side. Oh, and he got another classic next to it. What's the other one that he got? What is it? What is that? A Barracuda? No, it's not a Barracuda. What is that? It starts with a C. A Caprice Coupe? I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Let's make this left on Fayetteville Drive and Exotic Ave. Look at this antique car right here. Maybe some of my better car experts can tell me what that is. Let me see if I can drive by and see what it is. It says a Cougar. Oh, snap. It must be a 70s generation Cougar. Wow. That was cool. So we got a chance to see some cool cars on Exotic Ave. We got regular mailboxes here. Notice how this isn't one of the ones where all the mailboxes in one spot. Wow, look at this property right here. I'm sorry. Somebody got an antique car right here on my left, covered up. It ain't even worth showing it to y'all because it's covered. But I could tell because they got the giant Coker white wall tire. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all because y'all don't believe me. They're like, Toon, we don't believe you. What giant white wall Coker tire? Look at right here in this driveway. You see them 3 cars? You see that car that's covered? Look at the tire that's under the cover. It's a white wall. That's probably like a 1950s car. Wow. That's the type of person that I'll be if I lived in this neighborhood. I'll have a nice little medium house, right? Nice driveway. Gotta have a triple car garage. The more the merrier. I'll probably be the only person with a 4-car garage in this neighborhood. And I would have a couple classics. Couple toys, couple hobbies, you know, a couple dirt bikes, motorcycle, a Harley, a rat rod, a bobber, supermoto, a 4-wheeler, like a LT80, and then a Banshee. And then, yeah, did I say classic cars? Yeah, I think I mentioned classic cars. And then, yeah, I gotta have like 7 Hondas, all the Hondas that I want, the 80s bodies, maybe a 70s body, you know? And then I'll have the 2 ugly ducklings in the corner under a sheet. I'll have a Lamborghini under a cover, super dusty, unused. And I'll have a Ferrari under the cover, unused. Yo, check out that light pole. I like that light pole. They actually got a rim. They got a Krager rim right there. You see it? Look at the light pole. You see right there? Not the mailbox. Look a few feet behind the mailbox next to the Toyota. You see there's a rim. There's an actual car inch. There's a 15-inch car rim that they use for that light pole. That's so creative and cool. There you go. That's my house. We got an RV on my left for Class A. What else? Pretty cool houses, yo. Even the small ones are cool, man. You know? It's cool. Scarecrows on my right hand side. They weren't very scary though. They had smiles on their faces. I'll be the house that'll have like the most goriest Halloween decorations ever. Yo, they'll be petrified. They'll be scared. I don't even know if petrified is a real word. I don't think I invented that word. I don't know. They'll be upset. They'll pass my house and they'll cover their children's eyes. We're at Exotic Ave and Glen Haven Street. Let's make this left-hand turn. So as you can see, this is a pretty big neighborhood. This is a pretty big neighborhood. Let me see if I can get a name of this neighborhood. There is no name of this neighborhood. Unfortunately, when I zoom out of the map, it just shows Spring Hill. That's it. Spring Hill. And I then showed y'all 3 videos of Spring Hill. So I would have thought that there would have been like neighborhoods. But yeah, it's just Spring Hill. We're approaching Comstock Street. Exotic Ave and Comstock. C-O-M-S-T-O-C-K. Comstock. Let's make this right-hand turn. We have Veterans Memorial Park on my left-hand side. I guess it's behind these houses. It's a giant green patch that's dedicated to Veterans Memorial Park. Another RV on my left. So we got a lot of people who like RVs. They probably go like camping on the weekends and stuff, so they have it, you know. Wow, this house on my left got 3 Jeeps. Sheesh. They got the pickup Jeep, they got the SUV Jeep Wrangler, and they got the Wrangler, the OG Wrangler. They love themselves some Jeeps, and I don't blame them. Jeeps are awesome. I have never owned a Jeep, but matter of fact, add one of those to my garage too. Because I love Jeeps. I think Jeeps are cool, but they gotta be stick shift. If it ain't stick shift, I don't want it. right, let's make this right-hand turn on Glenridge Drive, Comstock and Glenridge. This neighborhood's pretty big, yo. It's pretty big. The address on my left is 2016. Remember that year? Wow, that year is when things were pretty normal. For me, that year was a pretty normal year. Many beings were still alive. Things were pretty neat. I think that was my first year of entrepreneurship too. I left work in 2015, and 2016 was the first year I started, you know, striving and grinding with my film degree to try to book gigs. 2017 I was doing pretty good, but 2017, at the end of 2017 was when I lost Brownie. So yeah, things began to get shaky from there on. A house for sale on my left, really bright orange. I like orange, but oof, that's pretty bright. Glenridge, we're on Glenridge Drive. We just passed Fayetteville Drive. I love the house on my left. It was orange, it was like peach, but it had like the podiums. We got a guy right here that looks like he's a contractor. This is their truck. Wow, a lot of nice houses, man. One thing that I've seen since I left Philly, that ain't made no sense. One thing that I've seen since I left Philly. You hear my English? One thing that I've seen that I noticed since I left Philly, and I've seen a lot of houses, like inspiration that I like. Like so many houses that I like. So many houses that I like, I'm telling you. I'm the type of person that I'm a collector, right? I like to collect things, objects. I downsized on many collections since I became a minimalist a few years ago. But I'm the type of person that if I was a multi-billionaire, I would probably just collect houses. Good thing I'm not a multi-billionaire. Because I would just probably have an unnecessary collection of houses with a lot of taxes to pay. A lot of taxes, yo. It would be a lot of upkeep. But, you know, I guess in that case, then I would own miniature dioramas. Like, if I had a big house, I would probably have a room designated. Yo, look at this cool little... It makes absolute no sense why they have it there, because there's no entrance. Look at the side of this house. You see that little deck up there? There's a swirly step. Well, maybe that's a deck. Maybe that's a sunbathing deck. You see it on my left? It's like a swirly staircase that goes up to a deck that goes to nowhere. It's not like there's an entrance to the side of the house. But that caught my eye. But yeah, so like, for example, like, you know how people collect Hot Wheels cars, people collect RC cars, people collect model cars, people collect baseball cards, people collect, you know, different things. People collect baseball hats, people collect, wow, they got another one of them swirly staircases right here on my left. See it? Swirly staircase that goes up to nowhere. But yeah, so, well, they got a patio chair up there, so I guess they sit up there. You know, people collect sneakers, people collect cars, people collect a bunch of things. From bottle caps to, this a collection. A collection could be of anything. Well, this is inspiring a miniature house collection, which will be completely useless. It'll be useless. Cooper Road and Barranca Ave. Unless one day I open up a museum with a bunch of miniature houses. That'd be the dumbest museum ever. I don't think nobody would go and visit to see it. But yeah. Yeah. That's my guilty pleasure, guys. I like collecting things. But like I said, I downsized a lot, so I don't really have many collections. But I do have a few collections back home in Philly of some items. I say probably one of my most useful collections that I have, which I say they're useful because you can actually use them to make money. Well, I got two probably useful collections. Well, I guess this would probably be the same one. My lens collection. I have like 70 plus lenses. Let's just say over a good 50 plus lenses that fit on a camera that will give me different fields of view, different effects, different, you know, looks. Wow, my right there had 3 Acura Integras. It's interesting when I see, like, I can look at a person's driveway and I can kind of see their taste. Look on my left, there's, wow, a classic car next to a Hold up. I gotta show y'all this. A classic car next to a drop GMC Silverado extended cab, a full cab, a super cab. So me being a car enthusiast to an extent, I don't know it all when it comes to cars, but I know a good deal of information about cars. We're at Coronado Drive and Barranco Ave. When I look at these big houses, right, I size up the cars. I look at the cars and I like get an idea for the homeowner, you know, or of the homeowner. I get an idea based on what they drive. Now, I can't say I know it all about the homeowner based on what they drive, because when I was in some of the $1 million mansion neighborhoods, like in Boca Raton and in the Venetian Causeway, and I saw some of the mansions, and then I saw like a Kia parked out front, or I saw like a Hyundai parked out front, or in one of the nice $1 million neighborhood mansions, I saw a smart car parked out front. You know, I guess you can't judge the homeowner wholeheartedly based on their vehicle, because some homeowners or some wealthy people are savvy enough to not waste their money in cars. Because in the end, I'm sorry, I got a hiccup. Because in the end of the day, or at the end of the day, cars mean nothing. Cars mean absolutely nothing. You can have a Lamborghini out front, or you can have a Daewoo, or a Hyundai, or Kia, and it doesn't mean nothing. Because you know what? They both get you to where you gotta go. And at the end of the day, cars depreciate. They lose value. Once you drive off of the lot, they lose value. So I understand that. Unless you have a collector's model or special edition that's gonna, you know, fetch a good penny in the future, you keep it low miles, keep it in mint condition, keep it in the garage, and never ever use it, and leave it in a shrink wrap vacuum pack. You know, we're at Cooper Road and Barranca Ave. Let's make this left. But cars really, you know, unless you're like a connoisseur and want to collect them, they don't really hold value, you know. I guess they bring personal joy, like memories from our childhood days, from our teenhood days, you know, our first car, where you guys might have had your first kid. Back in the day, they used to do more in cars than kids. From what I heard, with those big old luxury boat seats in the back, they did a whole lot that we don't get to experience today. Maybe that's why they eliminated that big old boat seat in the back, that sofa seat, because, you know, babies was being made in cars. Cooper Road. Ooh, let's make this right, because I see this big old house over here. But yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah, some of these houses are crazy big. And this ain't even classified as a mansion neighborhood. This ain't even classified as like a mini mansion neighborhood. This ain't even classified as a wealthy neighborhood. Like, this is just Spring Hill. Like, this is probably one of the nicer areas of Spring Hill. Sheesh. Make this left. We are currently on hours later. Tune, what are we currently on? Tune, what are we currently on? Give me 1 second, guys. We're currently on Florian Way, and we just passed Florian Way. Wow, there's 2 Florian Ways. How do you have an intersection called Florian Way and Florian Way? Where do you live at, bro? Oh, I live in Florian Way and Florian Way. That's so confusing. Yeah, but it's a cool area, guys. It's a real cool area. It's so shockingly surprised me, because I didn't expect to find a gem of a neighborhood like this in an unknown area like Spring Hill. It might be known to Floridians, but to me, a Philadelphian, you know what I mean? I've never heard of Spring Hill. I've never heard of it. Nope. They also got a Springfield, which is on the far northwestern portion, right next to Louisiana. It's called Springfield. I've never been there either, but yeah. And I can't take a trip to every single part of Florida, guys. There's a lot of gas. I'm in a V10, not this, but the motorhome. It's hard to find. We're on Jessica Drive and Florian Way. It's hard to find parking in some of these areas. Then, you know, we spent a good, month or so here, guys. So I think I'm all Floridaed out. Like, I'm ready to see what the rest of the country has to offer. I know some people mentioned, Tune, I hope you go to Key West, the Keys. You gonna go to Key West? You better go to Key West. I would have loved to go to Key West, but the thing is, from Miami to the tip of Key West was a 4.5-hour drive. That's another $200-300 to travel there alone, and just it's time consuming. We're on Unity and Florian Way, and then not to mention safety hazards. Like if forbid a hurricane hit Key West while I was there, like, whoosh, That's dangerous. Like, you take a look at Key West, zoom in and look at what it looks like on a map. It's like a little teeny pencil. But that's a 4.5 hour drive. It's not easy, guys, driving 4.5, 5 hours. I'm telling you, from Miami to the tip of Key West was about 5 hours. And then you're gonna go 5 hours back. Gas, time, travel. It's not easy, guys. And you know, I'm basically working on a limited budget here. You know, so without making a long story short, I gotta kind of be conscious of the rest of our trip. So we did have a good time here in Florida. It was a pretty cool time here. Pretty cool experience, pretty cool views, pretty cool environment. I can say I've been to Florida and I lived in Florida for 1 month. I lived in all parts of Florida. I lived in Jacksonville, I lived in Spring Hill, I lived in Miami, and I lived all over, y'all, in Tampa, y'all. I was just living it. But yeah, you know, our time here in Florida, you know, has to come to an end. And in the future, after we do the whole country and some, then maybe I'll take a specific trip straight to Key West, you know. But right now, yeah, we're nowhere near Key West. We're actually away from Key West. We're at the northern portion. And yeah, until the future. We're gonna go back to Georgia. I'm gonna do some other exploration in Georgia. Check out the Guidestones. Check out Atlanta, of course. We can't leave Georgia without checking out Atlanta. And yeah, a few other areas, some unknown areas of Georgia, and then start heading west to like Alabama and Tennessee and all of those other cool places, so we can end up in Texas. Yeehaw! All my exes live in Texas, and you know, New Mexico and Nevada, and I'm trying to hit the Cali, yo. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. You know what I mean? Remember? You remember? Wasn't that the LL Cool J song? I think it was LL Cool J, right? I'm going back to Cali. But anyway, guys, we just reached our 1 hour mark. We're well over our 1 hour point. If you're new to the channel, I try to keep these tours at 1 hour long for viewer retention and file management purposes. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate your support. Show some love. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if anything stood out to you the most. Whether it was the conversation or if it was a block that we hit, you know, leave the timestamp, the time code in the comment section. I greatly appreciate your support. This is your homeboy Tune, Mr. Tune Dollars, Tune Ski, Tuneism, Bad Tune, Tune One Tuner. And in case you were wondering, I got Omi back at the lab. She's you know, taking a rest. You know, she's taking a breather. I'm out here with Jersey. I wish Jersey could talk. Jersey, say something. Say something, Jersey. Pant for him. Let me shut up so y'all can hear her pant. You can't hear her pant. Well, anyway, guys, yeah, it's me and Jersey. We riding out. We was riding Dolo today. We held it down for the tour crew. And it's your homeboy Tune, Tune Dollars, Tune Ski, Tuneism, Tuner, Jers Dollars, Jersey, Jerzizzle, Jerzism, Jerniz, Jersey, Super Jers, Bad Jers, Jerski, Jersey Cali Fresh with this XB Allodosis. And right now, we Jersing out.